Okay, so for today's adventure, we're really not doing an adventure. We have no set place to be. But if you notice over my right, your left, there's a waterfall. And this waterfall is just off the side of the road as we go traveling down the Westwind Mine Road towards the far end of Buttle Lake. So that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to see where it takes us and what we can shoot. With his new camera, actually an old camera.
I'll show you where the memory card goes, Bob.
Film Nikon F4 that weighs a ton. I'm not carrying that. You're already in. You realize it. Jesus. I'm not carrying that camera, man. That weighs more than my 2 cameras and drone. Here we are about another 5 minutes down from where we just stopped. It's a tricky curve. I'm going to just fold this around. So we're right on the curve around the mountains. Truck's parked down there. Lars is over there taking a picture. And I'm going to go get my camera and take a picture of this one. So a lot of times I get asked, what are you looking for and how you're setting up your camera? So I'm going to try and do this. See if I can get the waterfall behind me here. So the waterfall has got a great... let's do it this way. I'm going to switch my camera around here just a minute. Here's the back of my camera. So the waterfall's got a great S-curve on it. Now I like that. And there is, although it's overcast, there's some red in this area here on the rocks. And there's some red in that area. So I'm going to give you the full view now. So with that, I'm going to be able to pull those colors out. So in this image, I'm going to have green, red, and white for the waterfall. So that should make an outstanding, colorful image for me. And I'm going to be shooting in HDR. So it's going to be 5 shots. I'm shooting at 35 millimeters because I'm going to show you where I am as long as I don't get killed. So, there's a highway. So I don't want to be on the highway. So I could change to a 50 millimeter, but I'm going to go with a 35. And I've got a polarizer on to try and slow it down just a little bit more. So let's see how this works out. So I've changed positions a little bit just to try and get more of an S-curve, just to try another shot. And I also noticed that when I zoom in, there's a bunch of branches in my way that I didn't like. So we're just kind of moving around and trying a different spot to see whether it works better or not. We'll give this a go as well. So I ended up using the second image of this stop. The first image, there was an opening at the top, allowing a lot of clouds to be shown, and the clouds were just flat and just white. So I didn't like that. I could have cropped it out, but then I would have lost half my image. And moving to this second spot, I was able to minimize the clouds at the top of the photo, and I just like the way the water rolled off this one. It has a better S-curve, I thought, and I kind of like that. So that's why I went with this one. So on this trip, we've decided to make a stop at Lupin Falls. So 2 issues. I do have a picture in mind for here as well that I've been trying to take for, well, I've shot it 3 times. and twice out of focus. Or the focus point wasn't where I wanted to be, so shame on me. And the second point is Lars broke my tripod. I've got one leg that won't go up, so it could be a little bit of a difficult day. And even though there's two of us out here shooting, you can see Lars is further down the stream. This stream is actually quite nice. I do enjoy it. Again, it's Lupin Falls, and the falls are a little further up that way. You might even be able to see them behind me. So even though we're here at Lupin Falls, we've got a good place to work because there's all sorts of little streams and areas that you can work within the falls. I have gumboots on, or willies as some of the guys in the UK call them, so I can walk across the water. So, and I don't have an issue getting my feet wet because, like I said, I got gumboots on. I'm in the spot I want to take a picture, and you can see this rock, what I want my faint place to be. So as I come in closer to my camera here, let's see, I'll show you what's the back of the camera. So the rock is in the third, everything's divided. Now, 9 times out of 10, the last couple of times, I have failed to get this rock in focus. So that's what I'm concentrating on now, is getting that rock in focus. And I've done a little bit of cleanup. So I've gone up through there and thrown all the debris that I can, so I don't have to do so much work in Photoshop. But as I come up, you can see right here, I had to move 2 great big logs out of the way. So, but you notice when I come down, look here, they're kind of hidden out of my way, so I don't have to worry about them anymore. So that's kind of cool. And while I wait for Lars to take his picture, because apparently I'm in his way, one of the other spots I like to photograph is the creek at Lupin Falls. There's 2 creeks running down. This one, I believe, is the Lupin Creek that's behind me. And it's got some nice little things. It's not a very big creek, not very deep, but it's twisty and turny and got a bunch of curves in it, so it kind of makes for a decent picture. So it's one of those spots that I think that when you're going up to Lupin Falls, you can take the long route or do the full loop, and you can kind of wade through the creek. Again, make sure you wear rubber boots. All right, so pro tip number 10, I guess. When shooting while standing in the water, make sure you kneel down and keep your bum out of it. It's a good tip. Guess what? I just got my arrow. 2 tips. First tip, clean your gear before you leave the house. Or better yet, clean your gear when you get home after your shoot. Because, like, oh, you can see that? That's dirty as crap. I don't know why I forget to clean it. Second tip, yeah, I got a cell phone. Use your cell phone for quick pics. So you can carry a small camera, a small point and shoot. Or I find my cell phone works just as well to get into a spot, take a couple shots, see if I like them, and then come back for my camera gear. So as I said today, we're out in the middle of nowhere. This next spot we're going to, you can't even see. I'm going to be way in those trees. So Lars and I just stopped in, took a couple photos with our camera and went, yeah, we got to shoot this. So there you go, 2 tips. As we said, we're trying to get into this little tight waterfall. It's a little bit of a walk through the woods. Not going to be an easy walk. Hopefully you don't fall. I just dropped my tripod. You can see Lars is down there. You can see the dog trying to get through. Okay, we finally stopped for lunch, and we're at Karst Falls. So for a normal person, it might be 40 minutes away from Campbell River. When you put 2 photographers in a car, it has taken us, well, we left at 7 this morning. It's now 1 o'clock. 5 hours. So I want to thank you.
Longer.
Well, yeah, 5 hours plus. So I want to thank you for joining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. At least do something. And what's your saying? Happy trails?
Nope.
Don't change
on
it.
down the trail.
Oh, see you on down the trail from Lars, and keep clicking, eh? From us here at Who Said Photography. And we actually have one more stop. We're going to go probably just a quick run up Karst Falls. But we're ending it here. So we'll see you next time.
You were just
As Lars just said, like, share, and subscribe, you son of a bitches.